Joining us right now, former member of Britain's Parliament and senior economic consultant at Euro-Pacific Capital, John Browne, and Patriot National Bancorp chairman and CEO of Solea Capital Advisors, Michael Carrazza, joining us. Good to see you, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Maria.
John, you're a wonderful student of the Eurozone. What's your reaction to what we are seeing take place in Italy this morning?
Well, it's similar to Brexit, but certainly not the same as Brexit. Unlike Brexit, this result was widely forecast. It's anti-establishment, but it is not necessarily anti-European Union or the euro. And it has created uncertainty. I mean, certainly the Italian banks are threatened with reality. Unicredit is down 4.2%, Banco di Siena down 7%. That's about 98% down off its high. And so there is uncertainty. Money has already flowed in euro from Italy into Germany.
Is that why the markets are up then in Germany? Germany sees this as perhaps they're going to be a beneficiary of assets.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think a lot of money flows out of Italy into the other markets, even Britain. I mean, even currency in Britain is up about 1.24. And I think this is happening even in the United States.
Yeah.
Money has already flowed and is continuing to flow out.
Flow out of the U.S.?
No, out of Italy into these countries.
Okay, finding a home in the U.S. Michael, you said that this, I mean, that's sort of exactly what you said as well, because Michael is saying that the banks are going to have to face reality. This sort of stops them from moving forward.
I think that's right. I mean, well, first off, I agree with John. This was well forecasted in the market for some time, which is why I don't think you're going to see much turbulence in both the European and the American markets. But the problem that is going to persist is the fixing of the Italian banks. It's been a problem. It's been protracted. The U.S. and many other countries have solved these problems quickly in the past, and Italy continues to lump along. I think this is going to create a caretaker environment. It's going to be further protracted, but eventually they've got to address it because they're capital starved and the banks cannot survive in this condition.
I mean, at the end of the day, the biggest winner continues to be in the Eurozone, Germany, because as the euro continues to weaken and they're an exporter country, all they do is they keep being the beneficiary. But everyone around Germany continues to weaken.
Well, Germany is the economic locomotive of Europe, actually. So if you look, their two main trading partners are China as well as the United States. With the euro going down this much, you're going to see more reinvestment happen over in Germany because of it. And they're not over-levered. If you look at it, Italy, we keep talking about this, $2.5 trillion of sovereign debt over there. They're over-levered and overextended right now. So that's the issue. So main beneficiary will be Germany, but you're also going to see China keep reinvesting in that German market because of it.
On? Hey, John, you made a comment that you're not concerned about Italy with respect to the Eurozone. Why?
Are you asking me?
Yes, John.
Is that John? Oh, sorry. Because I think at the moment the government is not. This wasn't an anti-EU or Eurozone vote. It was an internal vote against the establishment. Now it has opened up with the resignation of the Prime Minister an election, and that opens up the opportunity for the Five-Star Movement under Beppe Grillo to come in. Now he is definitely anti-EU and anti-Euro, and so that is open there. And I think the solvency of the banks is a most dramatic problem. There are 18% non-performing loans in Italian banks. In Britain it's 1.5%, in America 2%, and even in France it is down to 5%. So it gives you some real figure as to how precipitous the problem is for Italian banks, and the possibility of bail-ins, and that's why the money is moving out of deposits, euro deposits in Italy into euro deposits in Germany.
Do you think it impacts the U.S.?
In London.
John, do you think we'll see a negative impact on the U.S. banks?
Well, if the banks, the danger is yes, because if the anti-European Union parties get in and hold sway, even in a coalition, then it will prevent the Italian government getting funds and having their bonds bought by the European Central Bank. And therefore they will be unable to staunch this massive wound of their totally insolvent banks. And those banks are international. UniCredit has relationships all over the world, and particularly in the money centers of New York and London.
Right.
And therefore, that will affect our banks.
All right, we will leave it there. John Browne and Michael Carrazza, good to see you both, gentlemen. Thank you so much for weighing in on this important issue this morning. Still